Oh my goodness. Is the Nvidia stock crash over? In only 3 days, we deleted $500 billion, or the biggest short term loss in a company value in history. And then we rebound from the correction. Here's the part that's so incredible. Look at Tesla's market cap. It's 587 billion. That means that in 3 days, Nvidia basically lost the value of one Tesla. And then today, after we added back 200 billion, man, this is getting so whippy. So please stay tuned because today we have a great show for you. And we're going to talk about Nvidia, S&P, the NASDAQ, and everything else that's moving in the market. Where I want to start is really by focusing on these numbers. So like I said, Tesla's currently worth 587 billion. Nvidia basically lost the value of Tesla. Poof, in 3 days. And then it rebounds to reclaim roughly half of Tesla's value. So you're like, man, WTF, what is going on? I am confused, I am shocked, and I don't know what to do. Well, this is what a wall of money would look like. Goldman sees wall of money fueling stock market's up summer party. Hey, as we know, there ain't no party like a bull party. And look at this. Rivian's up by 46% in after hours here, after they're going to be getting a $5 billion investment from Volkswagen in a joint venture. So stocks seem happy. Stocks seem like they want to go up. And now, if we think about what NVIDIA is really doing, I think it's really testing us. Why? Well, let's go here to no group. Let's go to the last 3 months because the quarter's not closed out yet. Now look at the king. There he is, 35%. Look at that stud, right? People want to bet against NVIDIA, bragging about it yesterday. Boop, right? You're just getting showed that you don't want to play with fire. Why? You're probably going to get burnt. Probably not going to feel so good. And the second thing I would note is that we mentioned that if we look at the weekly chart for NVIDIA, we know that by the end of the week is what matters. Have a look here, please. Why? We have a hollow candle. What's a hollow candle? It's an expansion. What that means is that we're currently higher than where we started the week, which means, hey, last time it took 4 weeks and we dropped by 20%. Hey, now it looks like it took 3 days and we went down by roughly 15%. Is that enough? Do we have to go down by the 20? Well, not really. We don't have to do anything. And if we look here to the article I was just showing, it's not that one. Let me see if I can pull it back up here. One more back here. One more. So it went into a correction, right? Correction's negative 10. A bear market is negative 20. So, whoa, what happened so fast? Well, like I said, everyone wants to buy NVIDIA. Yesterday was a shakeout, a massive shakeout. And now if we think about where we could close the week out, we talked about what important data is going to come on Friday. I think it's going to be a very well-received inflation print. Core PCE comes in at 8:30 a.m. on Friday. I was talking about maybe we are down into like Thursday, and then we go higher into Friday. Man, the market's not waiting. It was a one-day rotation. Why? Let's look back to other ETFs. S&P up. NASDAQ up by 1%. What's not up, though? Well, pretty much everything that was up yesterday. So RSP is down, right? DIA is down. Healthcare down. Financials down. Russell down. Energy's up, but utilities are down. New York Stock Exchange down. We have insurance down, regional banks, emerging markets. Basically, everything that did good yesterday is down today. So is this going to be a one and done? Is the market going to recapture its uptrend and go higher? I don't know, right? This market is really impressing me. So what I'll really say is that it's starting to feel like something you might be familiar with. What is it? Man, we're going to party like it's 1999. On the left-hand side, we have the 1990s. On the right-hand side, we have the 2020s. And this pattern is very simple. Let's go through it because, I don't know, it's been about a week since I showed it. Number one, hit the 50 MA. This is a monthly chart. We have 3 lows that connect to form a downtrend. Same thing here, bounce off the 50 for number 1. Number 2, bounce off the 50 again. Number 3, make a new all-time high and get close to the 50. Same thing over here. Number 4, make a downtrend and then break the downtrend. What happens? Well, we go higher by 220%, right? Whoa. Now look what Tom Lee's saying, right? Tom Lee says we can rise by more than 170 from where we are now to hit 15,000 by the end of the decade. Okay, so this is starting to look a little bit crazy. I fully agree. Again, Tesla is one of the Magnificent Seven. When NVIDIA can lose the value of a Magnificent Seven and company and recapture half of it in less than 1 week, I don't know how else to describe this. It feels a lot like it might be 1995. I was still quite young in 1995. I was not trading back then. But I would suspect that if you ask people, hey, does Nvidia feel similar? People are saying Cisco and Intel back in the 2000s. I'm already hearing them say yes. So what that tells me is that I think that people are having a really hard time managing their emotions. I'm going to ask you for a huge favor before we go further. If you could please consider smashing that thumbs up or subscribing to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you ahead of time. So if now we just close some of these things out and start winding down the video, I think there's a wall of money. That's what it would look like. I'm seeing money flow into other EV companies and other tech companies. And the market, it looks like it wants to go up in a relentless move. There's an insatiable appetite to buy stonks. Why? They're going up. Everyone likes making money. And if we look forward to Friday, I think this is going to add fresh fuel to the party. So I want to see what happens tomorrow. I want to see what happens to the big dog Nvidia, but we're still in fear. You're supposed to buy fear. We were in neutral a month ago. We're in fear right now. Now we're deeper into fear. People are more scared as we go higher. Fantastic. Why? Means we might have a lot more gas in the tank. If now all we do, and I think there was actually two images I want to show here. Let me see if I can pull those up really fast. I think these are the two things people are getting so hung up on right now. So if we look at the first one here, yeah, this is the poor man CPI, common man CPI. It means you're going broke. You're making less money than what everything costs. Yeah. And when you're like, oh, well, if I feel poor, then everyone's poor. I'm sorry. That's just not how it works. The second one's this one here. So if we're really going to go to infinity and beyond, there's room for us to expand valuations. And remember, Nvidia is actually giving us a reason to think it's a bit of a value stock. It's not that expensive. So if its earnings grow and the valuation still roughly doubles, man, we got room to go higher. How much higher? Take whatever ETF you want, like the S&P, times it by 2. That's 1,000. It's 1,100. Yeah, 1,100 on SPY, 11,000 on SPX. That would be incredible. And what we talked about was that we just want to see a hollow candle by the end of the week. What do we have so far? Well, we have a higher low, lower high, which means we have an inside bar. It's a hollow candle. And we don't have a head and shoulders yet. This looks pretty good, all things considered, right? $5.5 trillion expired last week. Now what do we have here? Oh my goodness. QQQ actually has a failed breakdown. What's a failed breakdown? It's a potential bottoming pattern. We have a hollow candle. All right, let's show you the pattern here because this might resonate with you. A failed breakdown is a bottoming pattern. It is not an expansion signal. What do we need to see? We need to see a higher high and close over the candle high like every time over here. So that is it for today's video. It's awfully simple, and I would encourage you to click on the left if you want to see the weekend review. If not, maybe you want to subscribe and hang out with me at 9:15 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one.